Hello everyone and welcome back to another coin roll hunting video. In today's video we're going to be searching through this $500 box of quarters, so let's get into it. Alright, so to start things off I thought we would do a little edge hunt like we normally do and talk a little bit about what we look for in these hunts. So to start things off, I do have this Washington quarters book here that is from 1965 to 1987, and it's completely filled, but I have a lot of coins here, as you can see, that are just not the best in the book, and so I want to upgrade them. And so we'll be looking for coins to upgrade those coins in this hunt. And now let's get into some of these rolls. I just made my own coin roll hunting checklist, so I'll be using that today. So I'll leave a link in the description to that checklist, and then I just barely posted a video on it a couple days ago, as of recording this video at least. I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but I do see something here. It looks like I got understuffed here. So let's see what we got. We have a penny, I think is what this is. Oh nope, it's a dime. At least it's not a penny. Let's see what year this dime is. It is a 1998 Denver, I think. It's not getting in the light. There we go. 1998 Denver, I believe. So we got understuffed a little bit, which is not always great, but that is a risk that you take when you do coin roll hunting. Occasionally you're going to find some misstuffed things like that. But honestly, for the most part, I have not had any major missed stuff rolls, and I've had some overstuffed rolls. There was one time I went to the bank, I got a $500 box of quarters, and when I brought it back to the bank, it was $520 of quarters, so you never know. But, we have another one, so I'm thinking that this is intentional. I think whoever dropped off these rolls intentionally put, well, I don't know, because these are bank wrap rolls, so I'm not entirely sure. This is kind of weird. But 2 rolls, so that's a 2013 Philadelphia nickel there. But that's 2 rolls in a row, so that's not a very good sign for this hunt. We got 2 misstuffed rolls already. Anyways, I want to talk about, while we're doing these rolls, what we look for. So the main thing that we look for is our 90% silver. So all quarters that are 1964 or older are 90% silver. And so they're going to be worth around $5, something like that. That's the primary thing that we look for when we do these edge hunts, when we're looking at the edges of the coins here. I will be looking through all of these coins for different kinds of errors. So there's a lot of errors with quarters because there's a lot of different types of quarters. Another thing we look for is foreign coins, which for quarters I don't feel like I find very many of. But you never know, you can find lots of random things in random places. And we also look for our West Point minted quarters. Those are high end. Those are worth more than a silver quarter. And also things like San Francisco proof coins and things like that. We also keep an eye out for in these hunts. And I'm not seeing anything there. So I'm going to go through these and I'll set aside coins to look for errors. And if I find anything, then I'll bring you in. If not, then I'll bring you in to look at some coins for errors. Alright guys, we're on roll number 7 and we have another understuffed roll here. So I thought I'd bring you in and show you what we got. So we got a penny this time. So yeah, I'm thinking, I wouldn't say it's intentional with a bank wrapped roll. If it was a customer wrapped roll, I'd say it was intentional. But I've never had it like this before with so many misstuffed coins in a roll. So I'm starting to think this is intentional, but oh well, at least it's only like 1 coin. We've had 3 so far, so it's not looking great for the box, but hopefully we'll find some silver or something to combat it. But I thought I'd bring you in just to show you. Alright, we are on roll 16, and I found a San Francisco proof. I was looking at the edge of the coins, And I told you in a previous video that a lot of the time for these thick orange edges, that can be proof coins, but recently the 2023 and 2024 quarters have been looking like this. But we have ourselves a 2008 Alaska San Francisco proof. So that's pretty cool. These coins, proof coins, are minted with this mirror finish. As you can see, it looks a little different than what it would look like normally. And this one's been circulated, so it's a little scratched up, but it's in decent condition. And basically, they're minted for proof sets. So they're not meant to be circulated publicly. So it's a pretty cool find, and they're pretty low mintage. I'm going to pull out my red book and see what the mintage is, and I can tell you later. I did want to show you too. I did get another misstuffed roll earlier. I don't remember which one it is. I didn't bring you back in for it. But we got another penny. So we got 2 pennies, a nickel, and a dime that we were misstuffed. So that's $1 worth of quarters. That's now, what is that? 17 cents. So that's not great. So hopefully we don't continue getting misstuffed rolls, but San Francisco proof is pretty cool. I've only ever found one other, and it was a nickel. So this is my first quarter San Francisco proof coin. Alright everyone, we're on roll 19, and we have our first really good find, and this should pay us back for those misstuffed rolls we got earlier. And you can see right on the front there, we got our West Point mint mark, our W mint mark, and we have a V75 privy, which means that it's a 2020 West Point quarter. So let's flip it over and look at it. Oop, if I don't drop it. And we got the bat one. Let's see. I don't remember. This is upside down, actually. It's the National Park American Samoa 2020 West Point quarter. So pretty cool. That's not one that I found before. So it's a new one to my collection. But we got a West Point quarter on the hunt. Alright everyone, we're on roll 41, and we have another really big find. And if you can see on the front there, we got another West Point minted quarter. But this one doesn't have a V75 privy, so it's a 2019 West Point quarter. So let's flip it over and see what it is. I'm super surprised I found 2 of these in the same hunt. But looks like this one is the River of No Return, Idaho, 2019 West Point quarter. So that's 2 roughly $20 quarters on one hunt, which is super good. I'm super surprised I found 2 of these in a single hunt. Alright, so I just finished searching through the rolls, and I thought I'd bring you in and show you a little bit of what ended up happening. So in the end, we ended up having 15 misstuffed coins and 14 misstuffed rolls, because this penny and this nickel were in the same roll. But that's a lot, 15 out of 50 rolls. So we lost 15 quarters, and so that's not the best. But I do think that our 2 West Point quarters will more than equal it out. I am going to talk to my bank about this, though, because I don't want this to continue happening. But I also wanted to show you, I did find this 1979 Denver quarter here. That's going to be an upgrade for the book. I thought I would show you that, and I have a bunch of quarters set aside to look for errors, so I'm going to do that, and I'll bring you in if I find something. Alright, we're looking at this 2007 Wyoming quarter, and I think we found a DDR. So this is a 2007 Denver Wyoming quarter, and I know that the Philly has a DDR that's like right here in this handle bit. I think that's what that is. But the Denver one, when I was looking on Variety Vista, I noticed, well, before I looked on Variety Vista, I noticed this on this quarter, and that's not supposed to be there. It's some sort of doubling, but I was thinking, oh, maybe it's just machine doubling or something. So I decided to check on Variety Vista, and it has a very similar image to this, listed as the Denver DDR. So I think that's what this is. So I think that we found a DDR. I have tried to look on eBay and haven't found anything for these for an eBay comp, but by the time I post the video, if I found something, then I'll put it up. But I'll make sure to put those Variety Vista images up so you can see what I'm talking about. And let me know down in the comments what you think, but I'm going to hold on to this as a find. Alright, we're looking at this 2023 Maria Tall Chief quarter, and we have a little bit of a die chip error here. So you can see right in here, in these feathers here, or hair. I think it's feathers. We've got a die chip right there in that hair, and I can show you on this one what it looks like when we don't have the die chip there. So you can see there's no die chip in that spot right there. And if I move this one back, then we have our die chip. So there you go. Got another error on the hunt. Alright, we're going to be looking at some of these 2023 Kanaka Ole quarters, because we found a couple that have some die chip errors. So you can see this one right here has this die chip in the K, and I actually found 3 of these that have pretty similar errors, so I'll show you another one. This one you can also see right in the K down there, we got that die chip. And then this last one, let me grab it here. It has 2 different spots actually. One's on the reverse and one's on the obverse. But you can see right here, it's got the die chip in the K right here and right here. And then if I flip this over to the obverse, we actually have a little die chip on the nose too, right there. It's got a little die chip there. So kind of interesting, but we'll set those aside as some finds. Alright everyone, we're looking at this 2023 Eleanor Roosevelt quarter, and we have an error here. So this is what you call a die crack error, I'm pretty sure. But you can see it goes all the way from up here at the edge of the quarter, down through the hat, and then down right here into her hair. Sometimes this quarter even goes down into her forehead, but you can see in this one it doesn't. But kind of cool. I've never found one of these before. So we'll put it as a find on our hunt. Alright, we're looking at this 2023 Bessie Coleman quarter, and I actually have 2 quarters that have the same or similar error at least, where we have this die chip right up here on the plane. So that's one of them, and I'll show you this other one. And we have our second die chip on the plane right there. So kind of cool. I'm going to put them aside as finds. Alright everyone, so I just finished looking through the quarters, so I thought I'd bring you in to do a little bit of a wrap up. So we did end up with 15 misstuffed coins, so 9 nickels, 5 pennies, and 1 dime. So that's kind of unfortunate. I will be talking to my bank about that because I don't want that to continue to happen. And then I did find these 2. I didn't bring you in for them, but these 2 are both jukebox quarters. This one's been painted blue in the past, and it's almost entirely worn off of the blue paint that was on it, but I thought I would pull it aside. And then same with this one. This one's kind of interesting because it's a year 2000 South Carolina quarter that someone painted red. And I usually only find the older ones because people don't do this as often anymore, but kind of cool. Next, we have my first ever San Francisco proof coin. That is a quarter at least. And it is this 2008 Alaska quarter. It's a San Francisco proof, which is pretty awesome. Next, we have our 2 best finds, I think, which is our 2 West Point quarters here. So I'll show you. We have our West Point quarter, which is our 2019 River of No Return. And we have our 2020 West Point quarter. You can see that V75 privy mark. And it is the American Samoa National Park quarter. So pretty cool. Then we have all our errors. So we have our 2 Bessie Coleman errors here with the die chip on the biplane. We have our Eleanor Roosevelt quarter with the die crack along the rim of her hat. We have 3 different Kanaka Ole quarters that have errors, which are 2 are die chips in the K of Kanaka, and one of them is a die chip on George Washington's nose. Then we have what I think is a 2007 Wyoming quarter DDR, and then we have our Maria Tallchief quarter here with the die chip and the feathers. So we found a lot, and throughout this time I will have put up a little counter to add up the value, because I wanted to show you, like, this is the value of how much we got misstuffed, and then this is the value of how much we found. Honestly, with these 2 2020 quarters, they probably add up to close to $40, maybe even more. And then these errors each are probably around $1 to like $3 or $5 maybe. So kind of interesting. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I try to make content like this, doing coin roll hunts, as well as talking about the history of some of the coins in my coin collection. If you have any comments on any of these or know anything about any of these coins that you'd like to share, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I try to answer all the comments that I can, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.